It's Super Saturday tips time. Three biggest tips of Saturday night's NRL action are the Canberra Raiders as the underdog to win against St. George, the North Queensland Cowboys to get on top of the Canterbury Bulldogs, and the Penrith Panthers to smash the Gold Coast Titans and cover the 18.5 point margin. Now, don't forget, before you listen on, to subscribe to our channel, like and comment in the field below. Now, if you want to know why they're my tips, then listen on right here. St. George versus Canberra. In theory, both of these teams do have a chance to qualify for the finals. If the Dolphins and Newcastle draw, then the winner of this game will qualify for the finals in 8th place. Now, I believe that it's going to be the Canberra Raiders. They've won their last two against Penrith and the Sydney Roosters, so two quality sides. And they've also won their last three games against the St. George Dragons. Now, attitude has been a big issue for the Dragons for some time now, and coming into this last game, I really see that they're going to have a problem, especially if they fall behind early. We'll see the Raiders run away with this one at Jubilee Stadium. Now, the Dragons have also only had a 50% record, winning 2 of 4 at Jubilee Stadium. So look for the Raiders to get the surprise win and keep the dream alive at least until the last game of the NRL season on Sunday. The next game, you have Canterbury versus North Queensland at a core. Now, first feelings, of course, would be to back Canterbury to bounce back after a pretty disappointing game against Manly. But the biggest out here is that Matt Burton will not play. Now, Burton doesn't just influence the Canterbury Bulldogs in attack. It's also with his kicking game from his own end. Canterbury have won the territory in most of their games this season, and they'll be missing that against North Queensland, which plays into their hands. North Queensland can score tries, even though Canterbury's defense is of very good quality. They'll still get a few, and they're just not going to have the opportunity probably in North Queensland's half to score tries without Matt Burton being there. So I see the Cowboys getting up. And surprisingly to note that the Cowboys have actually won 4 of 6 matches in New South Wales this season. Going on to the final game of Super Saturday, you've got Penrith versus the poor old Gold Coast Titans. Now, the Titans' defense has been atrocious once again this season. In the past 4 games, they've averaged 40 points against, on top of their season average of 27 points per game. Now, the Penrith Panthers have beaten the Titans in their past 5 with an average winning margin of 21.2 points. So look for them to cover pretty easily against the 18.5 point margin as the favourites. Now, I see Penrith putting up some heavy points early and then likely putting some of their big stars on ice. So I believe they'll build up a pretty hefty buffer, which will cover the line before they start resting their players in the final 10 minutes. So there are your top 3 tips for Super Saturday's NRL.